The purpose of an origin story is to make a character more three-dimensional and relatable by giving their actions context. The Joker's origin is left deliberately ambiguous, and this works so well because which version of events, if any, are true simply isn't important. In The Dark Knight, the Joker isn't intended to be a real person. He's simply an agent of chaos, more force of nature than man. So, given any definitive details about his origins would only serve to humanize him and undermine that. He's intended to have more in common with fundamental forces like gravity or entropy than he does with you or me. On this topic, co-writer Jonathan Nolan said, "We wanted to deal with the rise of the Joker, not the origin of the Joker. The Joker we meet in The Dark Knight is fully formed. To me, the Joker is an absolute. There are no shades of grey to him, maybe shades of purple." This decision was likely inspired by Alan Moore's The Killing Joke, in which we are shown the Joker's tragic origin story, only for him to later subvert this by saying, "Sometimes I remember it one way, sometimes another. If I'm going to have a pass, I'd prefer it be multiple choice." From the Joker's perspective, sanity is like walking a tightrope, hovering over the abyss. So it's not surprising that he views the particular gust of wind that happened to have knocked him down as not very important. From his perspective, if it wasn't that sequence of events that knocked him over the edge, it could have just as easily have been another. The conflicting versions of events has the added benefit of getting the audience engaged in speculating on what the definitive version is. Is one of those stories true? If so, which one? If you ask me, it's the abusive father one, because in an unrelated scene, he randomly mentions hating his father again.
You know, you remind me of my father. I hated my father.
But what if none of the stories are true, and what really happened was way more horrifying than anything he could have told us? Your brain starts to conjure up all kinds of horrifying situations that could have caused a man to snap like this. But it doesn't matter what conspiracy theory or headcanon you come up with, because you're already hooked. This approach allows you to have your cake, a cool origin story, and eat it too. His origins remain mysterious, leaving the Joker free to be the embodiment of an idea, rather than just a mortal man whose mind shattered under the strain of the horrors he experienced. The lack of a definitive origin story reinforces the idea implied by the introductory face reveal. Under his clown mask is simply another clown mask, suggesting there's no hidden layer or person beneath, just the Joker all the way through. There's no scared little boy deep down crying for attention or love.
No name, no other alias.
Just the Joker.